Just wanted to show you right here, this bridge was glued on very poorly at the Gibson factory, and there wasn't a lot of wood-to-wood contact, and we have this blistering finish in front of the bridge. I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite peeling off, and the finish is very thick. And that happened because the bridge was moving, and what I'm doing is I'm using this little X-Acto blade to very gently lift up and inject glue, some very thin viscosity cyanoacrylate in this case, glue, which flows in to that void very nicely. When I'm done, I'll scrape it away from where the maple is exposed. This is a flame maple top. I'm almost done here. I just want to get in there with a little more of this glue. You see how that totally just milked out and disappeared? Because we filled in the gap with a clear liquid. Now it's still moving, and there's still a fluidity going on under there. I use a super glue accelerator in an airbrush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work that with my fingers and hold it in place while I spray the accelerator and burnish while I'm spraying. And it doesn't always come out 100% perfect, but it comes out pretty good. And it'll fuse a good 90% of that finish back to the maple, if not more than that. I had originally about a 2-inch section of blister showing where it wasn't connected, and now I've just got a couple tiny little bubbles in this zone that are showing themselves only in certain light positions. So now I know that this finish is stable again and is glued back to the top enough that the customer will be happy, and it's also flat. It was lifted up. It's not quite dry right there, so I'm still leaning a little bit here, doing a little more burnishing. And I'll reglue the bridge when this is all done. This is just isopropyl alcohol, basically. It's not as toxic as a lot of the heptane-based accelerators. It's not toxic at all. In fact, it takes longer to cure, which is why I use it, because of the toxicity. Isopropanol. A lot of the chemicals that are used in guitar work are very toxic, and I discovered that isopropyl basically works as a superglue accelerant also without the toxicity factors. So we're really getting that blister going, and I'm quite happy with that. There's still a few very tiny bubbles, but they're surrounded by the glue that was flowed in to the point where they're not going to blister back up again. And I can do a nice clean reglue and stabilize the finish that was compromised here. Once that's wet sanded and buffed out a little bit, it's going to be quite nice. Thanks for watching.